Welcome to the Bridge 9 Podcast, Episode 1. I'm Tyler.
I'm Brian.
I'm Ryan.
Yeah, so this is it. This is something we talked about doing for a while.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Drinking Cokes.
Drinking glass Cokes.
Listening to the footsteps on the ceiling.
Drinking Cokes, but they're not Mexican Cokes. You had an issue with that, huh?
The whole draw behind Mexican Cokes is that it uses natural cane sugar and not high fructose corn syrup.
Is that the whole draw?
Yeah, that's what people are talking about when they say, oh, cool, they have Mexican Cokes. It's because most major soda manufacturers in the U.S. use shitty-ass, artificial
What do we
sugar
get for
that's not good
ingredients
for you.
in this that's good for you now?
It's not good for you.
This still has high fructose
It doesn't have,
corn syrup.
vitamins and minerals. I'm just
Caramel
saying.
color, what's in that, though?
That's not good either. I'm just saying the sugar that it...
Phosphoric acid.
So your body takes, 4 days to digest that
Is
sort
it
of
worth
corn
it
syrup.
for this icy cold Coca-Cola?
I'll make exceptions for special occasions like this, yeah.
It is a special occasion. All right. Well, as we said, Bridge 9 Podcast, episode number 1. Let's do some business. Let's get the business out of the way. So, we wanted to talk about we have a band called Hierophant, which we've been working with the past year or so, year and a half, 2 years.
About 2 years
Something
now.
like that.
Yeah.
They're a really good band from Italy.
Italy.
An Italian hardcore band who has metal tendencies, and we did an LP for them. What was it, last year?
February, or was it February?
2013.
It was definitely early 2013.
That's a
Probably
good
February.
record, more in the D-beat kind of crusty realm of things. Still, cool record. We did a pre-release 7-inch for them too, which had an exclusive song last year, I think. Usually does.
I think it was just Son of the Carcinoma, and then it was another song
Tracks from previous release.
Oh, that's right. It was 2 tracks from their previous album,
All right, well,
remixed, remastered.
we have a brand new record coming from them. New LP and a 7-inch, which we're actually kind of doing something a little bit different with, right?
Yep. If you
Yeah.
pre-order the record, you get the 7-inch. If you buy 2 pieces of vinyl from the store, you get the 7-inch.
So-
all free. So
Boom.
it's not available for purchase.
Pretty good deal. Exclusive out of $500 for the 7-inch.
Yep.
And the LP, we get a November 25th release date for that.
Yes.
We're doing LP, CD, and digital.
Peste.
Package deals for all that. T-shirt,
All the usual fun stuff.
all the good shit.
Yes.
It's called Peste.
It's very heavy.
Extremely heavy.
Maybe
It's
the
a
heaviest
departure, even from their last record was one of the heavier things I think Bridge 9 has
Yeah.
done, at least in a while.
bands and labels. They always like to say, "Oh, this is totally heavier than the last release," and it's well, yeah,
This
you're
is
gonna say
like-
that. It's actually heavier. Maybe the
Definitely,
heaviest Bridge 9
I think
release ever.
we're all a fan of, for the most part, bands that are doing that kind of thing. They're definitely doing the European death metal grindcore thing. So in the realm of Nails and Trap Them,
Yeah.
All Pigs Must Die. Except I feel like they upped it a little bit, honestly. Not just because it's a Bridge 9 band, but this record is very, very heavy and aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's also really good. The songs are just well written and good.
And you were saying
effective.
you think it adheres to the European death metal thing. a
Yeah, I
little
mean
bit more
they
than-
are a European band, so maybe that has something to do with
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I feel like it doesn't. To be perfectly honest, it's more of just straight up death metal. There's not much else
pretty
in there,
close.
which is awesome. It's cool.
Yeah.
I really dig it, and I don't know. Hopefully,
think
people
we
give
all
it a
dig it.
chance. But
I think y'all will dig it.
yeah. So let's listen to a quick clip of that. We're not gonna play a whole song. We'll just do 5-10 seconds to give a little taste.
Yeah.
All right, hit it. Cool. So that's a little clip from Hierophant's new record. We're all excited about that one. So let's plug some of our more recent stuff that's already out. We got a record from Violent Sons, who is Sean from Versus' new band.
Yes.
Got an LP, debut LP.
It's finally here.
It's here. We shipped all the pre-orders and everything a couple weeks ago, and that's a cool record. I think that's something we all dig too.
Oh, it's great.
It's good stuff. It's got a little bit of verse in there and a little bit of, I don't know.
It's random
How would you
sort of
describe
hardcore
it?
influences.
Yeah, it's got some heavy, fast stuff, but it's also
Yeah.
got some melodic I don't know, cleaner stuff in there too. It's unique.
Because it's not the craziest departure from like later verse stuff, but it still definitely sounds like its own band.
Yeah. It's definitely got the... I feel like Sean has his own like very unique kind of like cadence to his like his vocals. So it's definitely got that going on. So if you dig that, then I think you'd be into this. And it's got members of like other bands that people like too.
Yeah, Product of Waste,
Rain
Dance,
etc. Yeah.
Our old intern Andrew
used to be in the band.
He was on the record. I think,
on the record,
right?
that's true. Bass.
Shout out to him.
Love you, Andrew. We miss you.
R.I.P. He's fine. Yeah, so we got that. That's out. You can check it out on b9store.com if you'd like. Then we got Moral Mazes. These are our two most recent Bridge 9 releases, I think, right?
Yeah.
So we got the Moral Mazes 7-inch. I think you should talk about that.
This is Schultz's category.
Yeah. It's my category?
Yes.
Who's in this band and
because
what's it
I'm
like?
the Wikipedia of punk.
I don't know. You're a guy that says stuff.
So, of course, it's Jay Robbins, who is a great producer. Also plays in Jawbox, Burning Airlines, played in Government Issue, Office of Future Plans, who put out a really good album on Discord, I think a year or two ago. As well as Jonah Matranga from Far, One Line Drawing, Gratitude. They've done a lot of projects, actually. So it's the two of them, plus Jeff Dean, who of course is in Dead Ending, who's on our label, who also plays in
All Eyes West.
Yeah. And the drummer of Office of Future Plans, who was also in Kerosene 454, which was kind of a cool 90s post-hardcore band. Also in that band. It's kind of a post-hardcore supergroup of sorts.
Nice.
It's just a 2-song 7-inch. Pretty simple, but 2 songs are really good. If you're a fan of like any of those things like those guys have done, you'd probably like it.
How would you describe it?
It's
you had one of your funny alt-rock comparisons for this.
Catchy alt-rock.
Catchy alt-rock.
It is.
What is
sort
alt-rock,
of.
though?
That's the thing.
When
It's
I
one
think
of those.
alt-rock, like, I think of weird radio stuff from, like, the early 2000s.
Chevelle.
I don't know. Maybe. What is alt-rock?
It's definitely not like that. I mean, the thing with that is, like, it's so broad. It's like saying something's punk, you know? That can be anything from, like, No Effects to
Is this punk,
Drop
though?
Dead.
This is punk, right? A little bit.
This
yeah.
This is punk, too. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But it's, like, punk with, like, that, like, alt or indie rock, like, feel. Like, it's definitely more straightforward than, like, the bigger bands that those guys have played in. But still, like, good and, like, sort of subtle, and it's not, like, obnoxious. There's no, like,
True.
overproduction or, like, arena gloss on it or something.
There you go. It sounds like a winner right there.
From the mouth of shouts.
Two
we
solid
have-
songs.
Moral Maze 7-inch. It's called Magic Tommy Jackson.
Magic
Tommy Jackson.
Tommy Jackson.
Which
So-
the cover art, I helped
Advance into something.
advance into something to what it is. It is a
a fusion of sorts.
fusion of Magic Johnson, Tommy Lee Jones, and who the fuck's the other guy?
Did you mention Magic Johnson already?
Yeah, who the fuck's the other guy?
Oh, Samuel L.
Oh,
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
It's a fusion of their heads.
It is. There is actually like legitimate symbolism behind that, because the
Yeah.
whole idea was that, like, you know, it's 3 guys who are like really like kind of well known in their fields coming together,
J and J.
yeah, to do something cool, basically.
True.
That
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect those 3 guys to come together and do.
There you go.
essentially.
I think you do have to explain that, though, because
Yes.
you look at it and it's
The album art,
very,
the album
very
art is
bizarre.
very weird, but
Otherwise, you would think it's just kooky, like random celebrity.
And I feel like the fact that it's like kind of blue, like the whole thing is like a shade of blue, is weird too. You know, kind of looks like a blueprint
Oh yeah.
of this fusion mutant character that they've created.
anyways, we had Craig Horkey illustrate it. He's known for his weird mashup of creatures. He's done a lot of Lemuria designs with stuff like that.
So that makes sense.
So we
Yeah.
figured he was the right guy for the job, and I think he did a
Yeah.
good job with it. Made it real weird, real good.
Yeah, it looks good. It does look good in its own right. It's got its own thing going on.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Moral
speaking of
Mazes and Violent Sons. What are those records called, respectively?
Violent Sons is Nothing As It Seems,
LP.
LP,
Yeah.
and digital download.
Yep.
The Moral Mazes 7-inch is Magic Tommy Jackson.
7-inch and digital. No
7-inch,
CDs for either.
7-inch and digital download. Nope.
Granted, we don't usually do CDs for 7 inches, but
No.
yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh, so how do you feel about bands like that being sort of advertised and marketed as like X this, X that?
Yeah,
X
it
members
is kind of
this?
a weird coincidence. Those are our two most recent
Yeah.
things. Granted, they're different. One is like a super group, and the other one is just members of. But definitely in the same category. I don't have like an opinion of it as a whole. I think it works on me. It gets me to check it out if it's a member of a band I like.
Does
Yeah.
not mean I'm gonna like it.
Yeah,
No.
I think there are some people who like go into it and like automatically
I think it's gonna sound like
or
this.
just like convince themselves that like I like this because it's a member of this
Yeah.
band. Or like if it's someone like just who has such a reputation, they think like they have to like it.
I'll definitely like check out something because it's members
Yeah,
of
I
something
will.
that I
I
like.
would
Because
too.
the idea is that
Same.
they did this thing that I like,
And
so
there's-
why wouldn't they have the ability to do this too?
Yeah, and there's so much out there to begin with that it gives you kind of like a, well, I guess I should check this out over the 300 other bands someone pitched to me that I know nothing about. Like at least it gives you like kind of a
Yeah. I think it's a
point
draw.
of entry.
I think it's a draw for Ryan. It's always finding some hardcore band on the B9 board, turning to me. I'm going, "What's this?" He goes, "Oh, it's gluttonous bullshit. Members of rival mob."
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. Sometimes it sucks though.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're an idiot if you don't admit when
Yeah.
something sucks. Make yourself like something just because of who's in it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you're a thinking person, you think like, oh, maybe I'll like this. I don't expect it to sound the same exact thing, but there's a chance I'll like this. Maybe I won't.
true.
And I'll
Yeah.
try not to assign my bias to how much I actually enjoy it.
But I don't know. It does its job on me, I guess. I'll usually check it out if it's a band I'm into, or even if it's just someone notable who hasn't done something in a while. I guess.
Yeah, it's true too.
But sometimes all those side projects end up usually being very good too. All of Pat Flynn's projects,
That's
Yeah.
true.
all pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I feel like Pat Flynn's. It's not even side projects. He's just
Yeah, yeah,
He's just in
as-
bands.
That's true.
I mean,
Just Triple B just dropped the new Sweet Jesus 7-inch.
Yeah, we listened to it yesterday.
It's very good.
Sounds real good.
yeah.
Very good.
He's got something. He's got something. He's got a magic formula there.
Yeah.
He knows what he's
believe there's a clear LP coming out
He's
this
like
year too.
it's like a good athlete. He just makes everyone around him better.
Maybe. Good team spirit when he's around.
Fiddlehead as well, a new band he's in.
Yeah.
No recordings, but they're playing America's Hardcore.
True. Are they playing the show we're playing?
Yeah.
Are they like an announced band?
Friday, right?
Yep.
Friday.
They're
okay.
playing the Friday date of America's Hardcore.
You're not scooping this right now.
What?
You're not scooping this right now.
I'm not scooping this. This is
It's
for
announced. They're
real.
on the flyer. I've seen it. We're all right.
I don't know. Like people knew who they were by now already.
People probably don't.
I mean, I've heard the name for like, I want to say almost like years at this point. But it seems like it's been a project in the
Yeah.
works for a while.
Yeah.
So
Now everyone knows he's in a band called Fiddlehead. That's probably
no
gonna be-
recordings. Have you
No
heard
recordings.
it at all?
No.
Bridge 9
Does anyone know
podcast
what's-
exclusive.
Wow.
I'm told it
Contem-
sounds like Archers of Loaf.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what I've heard.
The rumors. Spread it. But yeah, that's cool. Some guys just got it, you know.
It's
You
true.
can just make
Magic
some
touch.
people. They just have that magic touch. They know how to write good songs. But yeah. So that's more of the business end of things, I
Yeah.
guess. We want to talk about that we're gonna be going to Oneonta. Is that how you say the name?
Oneonta.
Oneonta.
Oneonta. As a-
Punk Fest.
As a New York State.
First annual, I believe.
Definitely.
First one
Yeah.
ever. Yeah, we'll be Schultz and I will be there this weekend,
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 11 every day.
Yeah. We were first pitched about this, about doing a table there pretty much at This Is Hardcore. Some kid came up to the table. He was like, "Hey, I'm doing this fest. Would you guys be interested in doing it?" And I think we were,
Yeah, fuck.
we were kind of like taken back, like, yeah,
Did
maybe.
he have like a lineup then? Did he pitch you a lineup?
It was just some like,
Because I
Nah.
vaguely remember that.
It
But
was like
No,
a kid with
not
like
at
a
all.
clipboard or some shit.
really?
yeah.
Maybe he
And
was just taking
obviously,
bands down. at
so
that
we're
point.
skeptical. But
Sure,
we're like,
man.
yeah, sure.
That came together
hit us
pretty
up when it
fast.
comes together, and then it came together, and it was actually as you can
Yeah.
see, great lineup actually.
I think. Yeah, I mean, I pay attention, you know, obviously, but I feel like I don't know everything about everything when it comes to like shows and fests. But I feel like it's a pretty good lineup. We've got some notable bands,
it's
not just
very
new
legitimate,
bands, and
yeah.
not just like desperate old bands that'll play anything. You know, there's some cool bands playing.
A lot of like current buzz bands too.
Yeah, I think it's a good lineup.
Pretty diverse lineup as well.
Pretty diverse, but not like too wacky.
It's got the hardcore day and the punk day.
Kind of, yeah.
Oneonta's a weird place as well.
I don't think
Kinda
I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been to Albany, but
Is that where we were
yeah.
we there?
Yeah, we were there. That was where
The Defeater show?
Yeah, we went there. It was at a college,
You should
and
probably explain.
everything was shut down, and there was nowhere to eat. And I was the only vegan person at the time, and all that was open, there were no gas stations open. All that was open was a pizza place that only was serving slices,
They weren't like making new pizza.
Yeah, they're only serving pre-made slices. So I couldn't order cheeseless pizza. I couldn't order fries.
Take the cheese off, right? That's fine.
Kind of defeats the purpose of
Oh, really?
purchasing.
So I didn't eat. So I got a bad taste in my mouth from you. So I won't be there.
It's passing this time. You ruined it for him. But Schultz and I will be there.
Yep.
It'll be cool. We're going to leave at like, what, 5 or 6 in the morning,
Oh, God.
Saturday morning?
I think we honestly have to leave here at like 5 a.m.
That sucks.
It does suck.
Think it's going to be worth it?
I'm going to be up before 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
What a nightmare, huh?
A little bit. It's a first world problem.
It is.
Tell everyone about the supposed vegan spot you found.
Yeah.
The supposed vegan spot
gas
is
station
pretty wild.
mechanic
So
thing.
this place is I was looking up vegan places in Oneonta for us to eat at that weekend, and the place that stood out the most, there was only 1 or 2 places, but one was called Soda Jerks at Action Lube, and this is a
Wait, repeat the name.
Soda Jerks at Action Lube. It is a combination, like auto repair shop and diner.
Classic.
Yeah, of course.
Classic auto repair shop diner.
Yeah.
With vegan options.
With vegan
Is it all
options.
vegan or is it just
No,
vegan
no, no.
options?
There's like one small vegan menu, with enough like options to get by, especially for
Yeah,
one
of
weekend.
course. I mean, you gotta have that.
You want to visit.
Every small town has to have mechanic / restaurant with vegan options.
I feel like you can imagine the cartoon, like the guy wiping his hands off with the rag.
Yeah.
He's got oil, and he just goes and fries
What
up
do you
like
use guys
tofu
want?
scramble.
What do you use vegan Toledo's wants out here?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll be at that. Maybe we'll eat there if we can. It's only gonna be the 2 of us, so I feel like we don't have as much leeway. You
Yeah,
know?
those
When we were at This Is Hardcore, we had 4 for a couple days. So.
Oh yeah.
and these shows started at 11 a.m. too.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, granted, we were usually at This Is Hardcore. We were at the venue usually around 11, weren't we? 11 or 12. I'd
Except
say.
for that one day we were a little late to get Grindcore House.
yeah,
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. This Is Hardcore was cool though.
it was very
I
enjoyable.
always enjoy that. I don't go to as many shows as either of you guys, especially Schultz, who has an entire schedule of shows every single week. But
Got a lot of problems.
Problems? Call that problems? Patronizing live music.
you do have a lot
Issues.
of problems. But yeah, This Is Hardcore. How was that? Did you
I-
have fun? Who had fun?
I think we all had fun.
I think we had a good time.
Definitely all had fun.
Pretty sick. I like eating there.
They have good food. Philadelphia has,
It's the same highlights every year: food and a couple
It is.
bands, but
but it's like a good time.
yeah,
And it's 4 days, but it goes by kind of fast. Even sitting out there.
some days faster than others.
Yeah. But even like, I feel like you guys go in for more bands than I do. But even just being there, I don't mind it too much.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. As far as festivals go, like, I feel like it's a pretty big thing with a lot of bands and a lot of people and a lot of vendors. And like, the area isn't even that big, but like, I feel like it's put together really well.
Yeah.
And like, everything's there. I know there was like the no re-entry thing for a while, but I think that changed this year. But either way, like, I feel like you really don't have to leave. Like,
Nah.
it's like,
People whine, but it's this huge area where you
Yeah.
can escape the.
And there's re-entry now anyway, so
I don't know if it was I can't keep up with all the meme wars and
I
shit.
think-
on there. I don't know. I thought you had to pay
I think
for
the
it or
long.
something.
Oh, really?
I
it was
believe
something.
maybe.
But either way,
like
like,
$10.
they have, I mean, there's something for everyone as far as food and drinks go, and like, shit isn't jacked up either. Like, they had those $1 soda cans and
Yeah, that was-
Blackbird.
that was
What
great.
are Blackbird slices? Like $2 or something like that.
I don't remember.
Maybe 3 or
They're
4.
not bad.
but-
Pizza slices.
I'd pay whatever for them. But
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's good. They got
shout
good
out to
stuff.
Blackbird. We love you.
Portland Pie Company, I think, beats it up though. I'll have to
Oh
admit.
yeah.
Shout out to the guy at that little stand with the tofu bowls. That I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
remember what
Tofu
you were
poke
called.
bowl. The guy in the tiny little truck.
Yeah.
That was good. I wish I remember what it was called so I could get it again in my life. But
You guys weren't a fan of that one Vietnamese cart, were you?
I don't think I had that. What the
The
hell?
banh mi's. I wasn't feeling the banh mi's.
No. The banh mi's were pretty good.
Something about it.
I don't know how I felt about those like bowls of random. Oh, maybe it was the bowls of random stuff I wasn't that into.
I think it was.
But I ate
That's
it
what we were
anyway.
talking about. Yeah.
What was it? Bowls of random stuff.
Ryan gave me his leftover.
Yeah, it's the
at, like,
shit
the
we were
end of
talking
Sunday.
about.
Oh,
the
the
tofu
tofu thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Wait,
It
that's
was
what
sick.
you're just talking about?
Yeah, it's okay.
I like that. I don't know. There's something about it. It was just good. Like the tofu, it looked plain as hell.
The banh mi's I liked a
I
lot.
don't know. It's
honestly.
good.
So it's just like a good hearty
What else
like,
did they have for
sandwich.
food? At least like vegan stuff. They had Blackbird. They had the ice cream, right? There was some
Oh,
vegan
that's
ice
Little
cream.
Babies.
Little babies.
Little Babies was pretty
The stuff
solid.
was good.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
A couple different flavors there. They have toppings too. Jimmy's.
No,
can't
I don't
remember.
think they had
Just ice
toppings
cream?
there. Just that
Yeah.
cream.
Standard Jimmy's
cream.
apparently like aren't vegan.
Who are the highlight
Also,
bands
apparently.
from This Is Hardcore for you guys?
It's been so long now.
It's been so long.
I've been to so many of these now. I
Yeah.
forget
They all
who
blend
plays
together.
every
and
fucking
they
year.
do have a lot of bands that like they're kind of like they're gonna
Oh,
play.
one of my favorite sets was actually All Else Failed.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, I was only familiar with one of their albums, which I hadn't listened to in a long time. But the whole set was just really good. It
Did you
was.
go off?
I went off a little bit actually.
A little bit. You lost
Even-
your mind a little bit.
Even though they gave me like a little bit of a crash course in their catalog because I wasn't too familiar with it.
You're
They
just
were-
feeling the energy. You're just going crazy.
It was also like they do some of the, like the singy stuff too, so it was a way more like dynamic and something like different thing for
They got that desperate
that
90s
festival.
metalcore thing going on.
a little bit of that.
I feel a little bit anxious listening to it.
A little bit.
Scared.
It had like that very like really just melodic like post-hardcore element to it though,
You like that?
which made them like way different from like anything else going on at the fest except like Boy Sets Fire or whatever, who I don't think played this year.
Nah, that was last year anyway.
Yeah,
See, everything
so-
fucking
all
blends
ones
together.
together.
Coke
San-
Bust was real good.
Coke was solid.
So good.
Incendiary was great. I might have been the only one that watched them.
I think I wanted to, but I forget. I just missed it for whatever.
We were checking out, I think, at that point.
Was it the last day?
Yeah.
That was probably it then.
Rude Awakening set was real wild.
I missed that too. I
Yeah.
think you too and Chris saw that though. I think I was the
Yeah,
only one that
okay.
missed that.
If you're
was
listening
great.
to this and you haven't yet seen the Rude Awakening, This Is Hardcore live video,
5-6.
Yes.
you need to go watch it and watch in the first like 3 minutes or so when the guy with the bucket hat is moshing and someone knocks it off, but you don't really see it get knocked off, so it kind of just looks like he's swinging his arms and the hat just
Within an
vanishes.
instant, the hat has disappeared off the face of this
It's
earth.
incredible.
Someone should slow that down and do some kind of conspiracy.
It's my favorite moment of any This Is Hardcore.
What
video I've
happened to
seen.
the hat?
Who knows where the hat is? Did he get the hat back?
I'm assuming he got the hat back.
Lots of bucket hats and Hawaiian shirts.
Oh,
Rude
yeah.
Awakening had Hawaiian shirts.
Rude Awakening had
themselves,
Hawaiian
didn't they?
shirts. I believe they were limited to 30 if you
Pretty
got
good.
one.
I saw
Lucky
definitely
you.
saw at least 30, so
Pretty
it was probably
sick.
sold out.
Lots
Did
of...
either of you watch Code Orange?
No.
Nah.
No, I don't think so. Because we were they were the first day, right? I think we were kind of
Maybe.
still like getting our footing when they were
Okay.
playing. I heard that their set was one for the
One for the books.
books though, flags and I don't know,
Kids
whatever
killing
else
each
goes
other.
on. Yeah, I mean people like that band, so good for them. That's cool.
Yeah. What else was good?
What else was good in general?
In general, the pool.
The pool. We only
Yeah.
used the pool once, right?
Yeah, it's usually a one-time
Yeah.
annual event. We don't have time. That's the thing.
We have a rooftop pool in the hotel room we stay at.
Past 2
Pretty
years,
sick.
we've had a rooftop pool, and
This time we had an executive boardroom that we stayed in one night.
Oh, yeah.
because they like overbooked the hotel.
Yeah, we showed up and they were all out of room, so they put us in this insane room with this huge long table with office chairs and just like a couch that folded up into a bed.
Yeah.
The
And it was
table was like something. It was like exaggerated almost. Like it was so huge and long. Like how many were there chairs in the room?
Yeah, they were like office chairs.
Yeah, there must have
we're
been like
sitting
at
in right
least
now.
like 15 or 20 office chairs surrounding this table.
It was
pretty
real
wild.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
But we got the room for free.
So that was cool.
One night free, and then we moved to our regular room.
It made it worth
Double
sleeping on
beds.
pillows and couch cushions next to the wall.
Double beds, sharing beds with our coworkers and friends.
Yep.
That's how we
Shared a
roll.
bed with Chris.
I slept with Schultz.
Mixed it up.
Not bad.
Lots of Tindering going on before we fall asleep, right?
Always.
You guys were in the throes of that, I feel like. That was
Embedded back then, yeah.
like
Yep.
both of you.
To no avail. Granted.
Within 1 mile, so you can find the people who are in Philadelphia at that time.
We found a few.
You guys had a couple short little dates there, didn't you? Did you, or was it only Ryan?
I think it was only Ryan and he got freaked out.
Yep.
You actually met her, though.
Yeah. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but
Do you think you would have been just as freaked out no matter what, or was it the instance of this specifically? What happened? Let's walk through it a little bit. Let's walk down memory lane.
I don't know. She
You set
came
up the date. Where'd you guys
with
meet?
the date.
Date is
the
it?
date.
In this context,
You set up the date. You
She-
met where?
right where we were.
She just came up to the table and talked to me for like 5 minutes, Her nose was busted up from moshing. She was blood everywhere. It was really awkward.
Sounds like a classic This Is Hardcore date, though.
And
that's romantic. She was bleeding.
I said goodbye, moved along, and that was. I think that was probably the end of Tinder.
Did you see her after that?
Nope.
She went to the hospital after to get her face fixed.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're listening, I hope you're doing okay.
I hope you made it through that.
And don't remember who you are.
Do you know what set it was that she got all...
I think it was
lost?
Rotting Out.
Rotting Out? That sounds about right. Yeah. I actually saw a little bit of Rotting Out. I'm not really a fan of that band, but I walked in and I saw them from like the back. I mean, it was cool. Kids like it. Kids are going off. They're an interesting band. I feel like they have a good look too. Their singer is definitely like... I feel like some people are just meant to be...
He's striking.
Singers, you know? Like, or like front men. Like, he's got that. He's a very big man. Like, almost like exaggerated. Like, I don't know. But he's intimidating.
Pretty sure they had like a Korn ripoff shirt.
Did they?
Really?
Maybe that was the year before.
Either way.
Yeah, we're new metal ripoff shirts. The thing of 2013.
I think that might have been 2013.
It's still happening a little bit, I think. You saw a lot of like typo. Granted, Typo Negative isn't new metal, but we're still in that era of things right now. Typo Negative shirts. Life of Agony, I feel like, is bigger this year than they were last year.
Even bigger?
Yeah, because I feel like last year was Typo Negative. This year is Life of Agony.
Are they back?
I don't know. They played Rock and Shock, I think.
I don't mean like as a band. I mean like in popularity circles.
Oh yeah, they're back. Anything weird from the '90s is back. It doesn't matter what it is. I think maybe even like Sugar Ray will be back, and people will like that band. Crazy Town.
Hardcore kids will start citing Lit as influence.
Yeah, I mean maybe people like this stuff all along, but I don't know. I feel like 18 and 19-year-olds might not have known who Life of Agony was until like, they started seeing shirts.
True.
They did just play Rock and Shock, though.
Yeah, Rock and Shock, which
is it's a festival in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Happens every year around this time, right?
Yep. It's I don't know. What is it? It's like
kind of like rap, but it's like exclusive to like Juggalo kind of rap.
There's I think there's like 2 rock days, and then there's a Juggalo day.
And I think there's like the idea is it's supposed to be spooky and shocking. And, I don't know. Is it like new metal bands or like what kind of bands really play? Life of Agony, so I guess
it's actually all Juggalo bands that third day.
Like, do metalcore bands
like a mini
play?
Gathering.
Yeah.
Metalcore bands probably play.
I don't know. I know whatever. Our intern bought hot sauce from Doyle Misfit.
There you go.
So
it's kind of
that's a thing. That's there.
Any alternative music that people kind of wear masks to see or play in will probably be there. I
think that accurately describes it.
Yeah. When is that? The Metal and Hardcore Fest usually. Is that the summer?
No, it's usually in like April.
April?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I kind of get those two confused.
I've been there Worcester too.
Is that bad?
Yes.
Because there are some clown bands that play that thing too. That's a weird, like, I don't know. There's a weird split of bands. You have some like, I don't know, actual hardcore bands. Yeah. Design bands will play, like a fair amount usually.
I think that's part of the point though, metal and hardcore. Yeah.
But like, I feel like there's not a lot of like traditional metal bands. I mean, I guess
some
of the big headliners are like. Didn't they usually have like a Slayer or Anthrax?
Yeah, I think Anthrax played last year.
So they'll have kind of like one of like the big 4 like thrash bands that'll usually play.
I don't think you'll see like Metallica play.
That'd be sick. I want to see Lars, man.
Lars at the Palladium.
A little solo, Lars.
Lars, greatest drummer of all time.
That'd be like an intimate show.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's the poll
question. For Metallica.
Lars, greatest drummer of all time. Yes or no?
Shelt's seen Metallica before.
I have seen Metallica
Where?
a couple times when they had their Orion Fest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I heard was like a disaster, and they lost a bunch of money on.
Good.
Schultz had never heard Metallica before, so he was listening to them before he went.
Yeah.
You were!
You do that.
Yes.
You've done that before, a little bit, with other bands.
A 30-year-old has never heard Metallica in his life.
Hardcore last year.
What? To hear who?
That band Handsome, right?
No.
You were desperately, you had your phone up to your ear.
You
were desperately listening to like YouTube
I was
clips
jogging
of that
my
band
memory.
So he could buy a shirt.
Jogging my memory. I was pretty sure I was into Handsome a couple years ago.
He just wanted a shirt that said Handsome on it.
Yeah.
So people could ask.
Spur comments.
And it worked.
Does it work?
Grocery store. We went to the grocery store that one time.
She did say that.
She did.
It's not like dates have resulted.
Yeah.
Well, no dates from the Handsome shirt.
That wasn't the intention, so that's okay.
What's the intention? What are your intentions?
There's no intention.
What are your
to support a band that I like.
What are your intentions in general?
In life.
Yeah.
That's
What are your
big.
goals? What are your dreams? What are your fears?
This is getting a little too big picture for the podcast.
Why? I need to know. When you walk out of this room today, what will be your goals? And
My
dreams?
goals and dreams.
Yeah.
Cook dinner tonight.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
I actually need to.
You plan out every dinner, so you know.
I do know.
You
Is
gotta
it
go
weird that
shopping.
you know, or is it weird that
I
I
have-
don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner? Which one's weird? Do you
Somewhere
know
in
what you're gonna
between.
have?
I had no idea.
Somewhere
Well,
in
you
between.
need to think about these things.
Do you though?
Because then you get home and you don't have the ingredients to make what you might have wanted.
Well,
and
then you make something else. Then it's fine.
It's true.
And you don't waste brain power thinking about your
That's
dinner all
great.
day long.
I'm not thinking about it all day long. It's not.
What's for dinner?
It's
What
not-
are you cooking for
What
dinner?
are you cooking?
It's
What are you
already
gonna have?
cooked.
What is
It's
it?
already cooked, so why are you
It's
thinking about
spaghetti and meatballs, but it's a little dry. I didn't put enough tomato sauce in it last
Spaghetti
night.
and meatballs. Did you use my
dry?
secret recipe?
Your secret recipe?
I gave Schultz my secret recipe for my
Secret
tomato
can
sauce.
of crushed tomatoes. Secret.
The
with
basil.
spices.
Basil
Fucking
and
Mama
salt.
Italiano's family secret.
Wow.
No, the problem was I only used
Spaghetti
one
and
can of
meatballs.
crushed tomatoes, so it wasn't enough.
Would you cook the whole
I didn't-
box? 5
Yeah.
boxes.
So what is dry?
With
So it
5
just
boxes
doesn't have
of
enough
spaghetti.
sauce? Or the spaghetti
Feeding a
itself
family of
is
40.
dry?
The spaghetti was a little dry because
What is
it's
dry? Like too hard? Too
no,
al
no, no, no.
dente?
I mean, like the sauce was spread too thin.
Okay.
Like I used a 12-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and it wasn't enough.
You
for
just pour all the sauce onto the spaghetti and mix it together? And that's
12-ounce
the whole-
can? What
that's
the
whole
fuck?
thing?
Why would you do that? You go to the big cans.
Yeah, I didn't realize because the
Oh
big can
my
looked too
God.
big.
No,
I was like, this is
no.
an insane amount of crushed tomatoes.
One big can of crushed tomatoes is perfect for
One of those
one
big
box
cans,
of
right? Like
pasta.
this?
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta think about how much
didn't realize
how much
that.
is one of these cans you bought? How big is it? How big is it?
It
12
was,
ounces?
more like it was like maybe 14.8 at most.
You gotta get
Well,
the
you
ones
can
like this.
think of a jar of pasta sauce though, Prego, which I'm sure you've had a lot of.
That's
in
true.
there.
Well, the
ass
thing is,
job.
I was adding things to it like garlic and onion.
But still, that's not gonna fill it up that much.
I thought,
Tomatoes
I
are
don't
the
know.
base.
Well, now
So you
I'm,
fucked it up.
it
Now
was.
what are you gonna do?
It was a rookie mistake. I'm gonna buy another can of crushed tomatoes, make the
Just add it?
same thing.
Were you gonna remake the entire sauce?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Buy another small can.
Buy another small can, chop the onions, crush the garlic.
Do you cook the onions?
You cook it up
How
in
do
a
you
frying.
cook them?
You cook it up in a
Fry
frying pan first.
Yeah.
Then you add the tomato.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about mushrooms?
You let that simmer for 10 minutes.
Fuck mushrooms.
Could do
I
mushrooms,
like
but
mushrooms.
I feel like onion and garlic's enough and some spices and you're
But
good.
was it good? Is it good?
It was pretty good.
What kind of meatballs did you use?
Gardienne, meatless meatballs.
Gardienne, huh?
Yeah.
Is it Gardienne or Gardienne?
I think it's Gardein.
I think
Is
it's
it Gardienne?
I think
It's
so.
Gardein.
Pronunciation's not my forte.
Oh, I know.
Good Guardian story. They sponsored the H2O tour.
Last year. A
The
year ago.
with Alkaline Trio, Newfound Glory.
They sponsored it?
Yeah, they wrapped their van.
Yeah, I remember walking
Were you
by
there?
that van. You were
Were you
there.
at the show?
You were
I was at the show, but I didn't
Remember
see.
we had they
Backstage.
provided backstage with chicken
I thought
and
that was
beef
just their
sliders.
catering. Like,
Nah,
that makes sense then.
sick. Got to
That's
enjoy
good.
some of that. It was real nice.
We have Gardienne meatballs, not enough sauce, pasta,
And whole grain spaghetti.
whole grain spaghetti, like actual spaghetti. The
What do you
skinny
mean-
stuff,
what do you
long
mean
skinny
actual?
stuff. What? I mean,
Yes.
pasta has many forms. You
Yes.
know? Or
Spaghetti. It was
specifically.
spaghetti, not fettuccine.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Just making sure. What is
But-
fettuccine? What does that look like?
It's more
It's
flat,
thick.
remember?
It's flat?
Yeah.
And it's thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
your
you ever have
favorite-
fettuccine Alfredo?
Yeah, I think
Back
so.
in the day?
Isn't it like ruffled kind of? Doesn't
Nah,
it ruffle? No.
nah,
What
it's
is that?
long.
What is that?
It's the
weird
same
noodle
thing.
that's
It's
like
the
ruffled?
long ruffled noodles. What do you mean
Fettuccine.
ruffled?
Oh, fettuccine. It's like the flat, thicker spaghetti. Kind
Yeah.
of. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know
yeah.
that.
Fettuccine.
Well, I know what it is.
What was it? What was it that you haven't had in your life? You've never had penny alla vodka.
Penny alla vodka. He never had
He's
penny
never
alla
had it.
vodka.
It's insane.
I
He
don't
thinks
know.
we're some weird like.
I didn't think it was weird. I didn't know what you
Italian
were saying.
family
The way
because
you
we've
were,
had that.
A,
He
your
hasn't.
pronunciations of everything, even words you've been saying your whole life, are wrong.
Penny alla vodka. That's
Penny alla vodka.
That's an accurate.
You're saying
pronunciation.
vodka. The word is vodka, right? It's vodka.
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 Vodka. You're-
There's
the way you're
barely a
saying it,
difference
You
in
made
the-
it this one word, penny alla vodka. I don't know what that is.
Penny alla vodka. That's
Yeah.
4 words.
Vodka.
Okay, well, now I know.
Penny
When
alla
you
vodka.
explained it, I had no idea what you were saying.
Have you had it?
No.
That's weird.
Okay, that's fine.
You should have it. You should somehow find a way to make that.
I know you immediately
vegan
looked up if you could
version.
find a vegan version of it somewhere.
It exists. Yeah.
I'm sure you could make that though. So easy.
Cream
Yeah.
sauce. You're gonna make that cream sauce.
Yeah, but I feel like certain things. It's really hard to recreate,
Like what?
like
What
vodka
else?
sauce, because it has that like very specific flavor to
What
it.
have you tried to recreate that failed? Vegan
Failed?
version of what? What was your biggest failure recreation?
I don't think I failed making
Beef stroganoff.
Oh, beef
Oh,
stroganoff.
God.
That was a big failure. I didn't use enough
Have
gravy.
you tried to make a vegan raccoon yet?
Vegan raccoon. Well, first I would have to know what a raccoon really tastes like, and then
Yeah. Well,
Work on it.
we're getting there.
so I'm gonna break veg to just so I
I
know.
don't think it's veg. We were talking about getting a raccoon out of the dumpster.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
So I'm gonna freaking raccoon meat.
Yes.
That's a normal thing people do.
I think that's fine. Why not?
Sounds like something you would do.
Give it back to God, you know?
Give it back to God
Yeah.
by eating it.
Yes. That's what he wants. He
God
or
wanted
she.
this for me.
They.
They.
But,
Wow. Okay.
That was a long tangent.
tangent about what?
Food.
Food is what we talk about for the most part.
It's true.
Shelf's obsessed
Well,
with
This is
food.
just an accurate representation of our lives.
You are obsessed with food, more or less.
I like food.
How many hours a day do you dedicate to thinking about food?
Thinking about food?
At
Yeah.
least half.
Not many.
Not
not
many?
true.
What,
The cumulative total of maybe 0.75.
of 1 hour or your entire day? Are you talking about 3/4 of your day or 3/4 of an hour?
45 minutes, tops.
It's still kind of a lot.
That's just thinking about food, though? That is kind of a lot, honestly.
Maybe that's an exaggeration.
I don't think so. I think it's more, to be perfectly honest. I think it's always
It doesn't
on
count
your
if you're.
mind in
It doesn't
some
count if you're
capacity.
spurring me on.
But sometimes I don't. Sometimes you'll just like,
Bring it up.
yeah, you do bring up food a lot. You get overwhelmed whenever it's lunchtime every day.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, you're overwhelmed with joy and
I'm
and
overcome.
excitement.
Like I can't help myself.
Exactly. You
I don't
scream
think so.
whenever
I
we take out our
scream?
lunches from the fridge.
Ah.
You do. You actually yell. You raise your
I
voice
don't think there's voice raising.
every day. It happens.
Ryan started that, and then my.
No.
Nah,
It
yeah.
was you.
It was you, and
No,
my
no, no.
involvement in that was merely sort of making fun of you doing
I
that.
think you got it reversed.
No.
But we gotta circle back to what we were talking about, which is the
I'd
hopes
be-
and dreams here.
I'd be yelling about other people's
Are
food
your-
too if my lunch was a peanut butter and jelly
Your
sandwich.
dreams, Schultz. We're talking about dreams. Your dreams. When you leave today,
Dreams.
your dream is to finish making this pasta dish you ruined yesterday.
My dream? I didn't ruin it.
Is that a dream? Is that a goal? An ambition?
It's maybe a daily goal.
A daily goal to make meatballs?
They're already made.
All right. Did you eat it yesterday, or was it
Yeah,
too
I
bad
still
you
ate
couldn't
it.
eat
No,
it?
it was good enough.
It's okay.
Good
Pour
enough.
that Parmesan cheese on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You like
know?
that? I gotta get some of that.
Yeah, you should.
I bought the wrong kind.
That's one of the only cheese things that's like pretty much a straight up identical
It's honestly
substitute.
gross. It smells like feet
Yeah.
whenever you use it at lunch here. Like I know that kind of like what is it? Parmesan? It's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
it's Parmesan.
That smells like feet. Like either way, it's gross.
So there you
but,
go.
But they do. It's like almost extra. Like they went all out with that scent.
Go veggie,
I'm
baby.
trying to convince you. Go veggie cheese. Other than that, kind of sucks though.
Most of it's
A
not
lot of it's
vegan.
not
All this
vegan.
casein and
some of
shit
it's
in it.
yeah. It's like lactose free.
Yeah.
But it's
Fuck
just
that
not
shit.
that good. Even like the vegan kind they do have, they have like the one I see most often
Oh,
is like
yeah.
Mexican. I
It
tried
doesn't-
making a pizza with that one time. And
Oh,
it
it's
was
roughed
like,
up.
Ooh,
It tastes fine, but shit just turns to fucking water.
but like what happened with mine is it turned to this disgusting sticky congealed thing that like stuck to the roof of my mouth and like it was roughed up. It wasn't good.
Nothing.
recommend it.
Nothing beats diet cheese.
Diet cheese is
Yeah.
they got that magic formula.
Yeah, it's true.
It's good. Okay, so that's your dreams. Let's talk about
Dreams.
dreams in general.
Dreams in general?
Do
You
ever
have strange
dreams?
dreams, don't you? You have
Yeah.
out of body experiences every night.
Oh, the
How did
sleep
you
paralysis.
sleep last night?
How did I sleep last night?
Yeah. Did you have
Good.
an out of
Pretty
body
well.
experience?
I had to get up to go at like 4 a.m. or something, but other
Go
than that,
where?
piss.
Was that you or was that your spirit leaving your body? Like it
No,
does?
that was a legitimate actual piss.
when your
that
spirit
happened.
leaves your body at night, which it does often.
It's not what happens in sleep paralysis. It's not really an
I
out of
remember
body.
once you and I were driving home from somewhere. I think it was New Year's Eve this past year. Actually, it was pretty late. We were coming
Okay.
from our friend Casey's house to a party. Bought you pizza on your birthday that night, and you didn't
It's a
even
very nice
thank me.
thing. Thank
But
you.
so we were driving home from that, and I remember you were describing the sleep paralysis thing. You definitely said you had like an out of body. You said you were looking at yourself in bed, like in the corner of the room or something like that. You definitely said that was a thing.
It's very, very rare.
So
Might
you
have happened
do-
once or twice, but out of like the 100 times
It's a
I probably
gift.
had sleep
Is
paralysis.
that a gift or is that a nightmare? Is that a curse? Your
It's
spirit
definitely
leaves your
not a
body.
It's not a.
You're haunting yourself.
Floating around
I
Alston.
know.
Yes, that's what happens.
Desperately looking for the food place that's
It's a pretty
open.
gross exaggeration of the one time that happened 10,
Your spirit left your
10
body?
years ago.
But that's like a big thing. It doesn't even matter.
It was just part of the dream. It was me seeing someone else looking at me.
Or were you out of your body floating around?
Yeah.
I think I was floating
How-
around.
where-
It wasn't a fucking deleted scene from Ghostbusters.
Where does the spirit leave the body when this happens?
Where?
Yeah.
What do you mean where?
I don't know. Is it like the spirit, like it just floats above, like comes out of your skin?
If it were to happen to me, which
Well,
it doesn't,
It
I don't
has,
know.
it has happened. It happened like within the past year.
No, this was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yes.
So where did your
It's like
spirit
freshman
exit
year
your
in
body?
college.
What
Where?
part of your body
What
did
part?
it leave from?
I don't think there's a hole that it just leaves out of. If you watch movies where spirits leave the body or souls leave the
But
body,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you kind of just see it
Kinda
generally
like,
rises
that's
out.
what happened?
Yeah, it doesn't have like a fucking
Do you automatically
specific
take the spirit's point of view?
point of view.
Who was looking at you though? So, okay.
It was my dorm mate.
So wait, you
In, like,
dorm
this-
mate.
in this
So
like
your
sleep
spirit-
paralysis dream.
Your spirit left
I
your
don't remember his
body.
name.
You could see yourself, and you could also see your dorm mate looking at you.
Yes.
What was he doing? Was he up to no good?
Just staring at me.
That's weird.
That's what sleep paralysis is often. It's either like you being able to see what's actually going on in the room, or it's a slight exaggeration of the room you're in.
But this was kind of actually going on. Your
No,
roommate
what-
was looking
no,
at you.
no. It was the dream
That's weird.
where you hear like weird noises, and then you actually break out of the sleep paralysis and realize, oh, there are no noises happening.
And what about the screaming thing that happens sometimes?
Oh, well, you're trying to talk,
All right.
and you can't talk, so you try and scream because you're scared,
Yeah.
and no sounds come out.
Like what?
Like, what is it?
Anyone like that's had a sleep paralysis episode will know exactly
Like
what
what
I'm
kind of
talking about.
scream? What does it sound like?
It ends up just sounding like you going. I don't know if the mic's gonna pick.
That's not a scream.
It's not a scream, but that's what it
How
ends
do
up
you know what
sounding
it
like.
sounds like? Do you film yourself sleeping every night?
No, but there are videos on YouTube of people having sleep paralysis episodes, and you can hear them making that noise, and like when I've slept in rooms with other people that like were wondering what was going on with me, I would ask them like, "What happened? Did you hear anything?" They're just like, "Yeah, you're just like
Gargling. You sound like the kid from The Grudge. Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
You sound
that's a
like
little
that.
bit what it
That's
sounds
kinda
like."
frightening.
Yeah,
So you're just like a monster and that's possessed.
paralyzed
at night.
monster,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow.
it's only when you get super stressed about something.
What do you get stressed about?
Well, I've been pretty stress free lately, so I haven't had like a
What do you
major
usually
episode
get
in a
stressed
while.
about? Food?
Never food.
Like not knowing what you're gonna make for dinner? Does that stress you out?
Sometimes.
Never.
You did
Make you
one
sweat?
day when we were driving home. You did say you felt lost because you didn't know what you were going to eat for dinner.
I think I remember this. This was someone recently.
It was a couple weeks ago, maybe.
I don't think it was that disconcerting for me.
I can see it being that way.
Sometimes I wing it. It's okay.
What happens when you wing it? Is it bad or is it sometimes a
Winging
pleasant
dinner?
surprise? Yeah.
Usually it's just some frozen dinner.
Yeah.
That's not winging it.
Yeah, that's not really winging it. That's
It's
just
already
making
prepared.
What is
frozen
winging
dinner.
it then?
Wings like throwing something together.
Taking a bunch of shit and putting it in a
Saying, this is all I
pan.
got.
Oh.
I'm gonna cook it up, make the best of it.
I feel very incomplete when I try and do that, though.
Incomplete? In what way?
I feel like the meal's incomplete.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
I don't know,
Because you
because
didn't write it in the lists of the ingredients down, the
probably,
instructions.
potentially, yeah.
Hmm.
That's weird. You have had some weird dreams, huh? You dream every night?
I think we all dream every night. The question
Do
is,
we?
do you remember the dream? or
I feel
not?
like I haven't been remembering my dreams at all recently. I can't
Yeah, I've
picture
remembered
any of
less
my
than
dreams.
usual.
I don't remember them.
I don't remember anything like weird or
Did that weird
specific that-
novel idea come to you in a dream? With
No.
the wizard breaks into your house and tries to kidnap you as a boy?
No.
That's a strange fantasy to have.
I think it was just based on like a kid's like TV movie I saw or something.
Where a kid gets kidnapped by a wizard who's potentially just a homeless guy that you think is a wizard.
I don't know. I always saw it being. There's a real wizard. He looked like Gandalf, probably. If it was ever adapted into a movie, I saw like Ben Savage playing the main character. Or Fred Savage, which one was?
I think, is that the kid from Boy Meets World?
Ben Savage is Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Oh, then it was Fred Savage. I
Well, I
imagine,
think they
I imagine
both did
Fred
movies.
Savage playing the main character.
Okay.
That's who I pictured when I was 12 years old writing this epic
So it's
novella.
Boy Meets World, but a wizard kidnaps him.
Not Boy Meets World.
No.
One-
What was it?
Wonder Years.
Yeah, the Wonder Years.
Wonder
Yeah.
Years. All right. But does he kidnap you?
He doesn't kidnap me. He says,
You
I'm going to take you on an
voluntarily-
adventure to give your life meaning.
Didn't your parents tell you not to like
No?
Especially not to go with a strange wizard that breaks into your house.
I don't
You
think
never
that's
learned
any
that
advice.
before?
I don't think your parents tell you when you're 12 not to go off with a strange wizard.
I think I got that idea though. Like they
You
told me
get
not
it.
to go with like normal people, like
Yeah.
who offered to go with you. But this wizard, quote unquote, broke into your house in the middle of the night, wakes you up out of a sound sleep while your spirit is outside of your body, and tries to get you to come with him on an adventure.
You're combining a lot of random one-off experiences in my life into this novel.
Do you go with him though? Because you started writing.
It's
this
not
novel.
me. I'm not the title character. It's just his name was Wyatt.
Wyatt.
I don't know why.
The wizard's name was Wyatt.
No, the kid's name.
Kid.
What was the wizard's
W-Y-A-T-T.
name?
Well, yeah. What's the wizard's name?
I don't remember.
Wizard.
He was just the wizard.
He was
The
just
wizard.
the wizard.
Yeah.
You guess the wizards don't really need a name.
I feel like they kind of do.
The wizard.
What did he look like? Like standard, like Harry Potter looking wizard? Like beard,
Yeah,
strange
exactly.
cape, pointy hat?
I don't think Harry Potter was a
Classic
thing when I
wizard.
was 12. But
So you wrote Harry Potter before J.K. Rowling did.
I beat her to the punch. She probably hacked on my
You should
computer,
sue her.
found the drafts.
Yeah. You also wrote Saturday Night Live skits too.
Those were so good.
Gosh.
They were like, I mean, granted, it's not like the
Pitch us
highest.
one of the skits.
It's not the highest standard of like, critical
Comedy?
comedy.
You sure?
Especially around that time because it was when I think Jimmy Fallon was in the cast, and I don't think people thought too highly of
him?
SNL at the time. No, I
You like him? You watch his
Fallon?
late night show?
liked Jimmy Fallon when I was like 15.
What do you think now?
You think he let himself go?
Let himself go
I don't know.
in terms of what?
I don't know.
Comedic
It's-
skill?
Yeah.
Physical appearance?
I don't know either. Both.
I think he looks pretty good.
I think he looks alright.
He looks the
I
same.
think normal people generally think he's kind of a funny guy.
You?
It's funny, like,
Do you think you're funnier than Jimmy Fallon?
do I think I'm funny?
Yeah.
I think we all know the answer to that.
What do you think?
You've never said anything funny in your life.
That's the
But
running
do you
gag.
think you're funnier than Jimmy Fallon? Do you think that?
On whose scale?
On your scale, like
On my scale?
yeah.
No.
Like if your spirit was watching yourself do a comedy act or doing a late night show, would you laugh harder at yourself or Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon, what would you even say?
Fallon, exactly.
But
I was actually thinking about that before, like
what?
funny friends, like
Funny
of all
friends.
your friends, aren't like the least funny ones the ones that try to be funny?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you try, I think that's
I don't really
You
try.
do sometimes.
I feel like you don't really try.
I avoid that as much
like,
as I can. I end up making bad jokes or
You can
puns.
like set yourself up to fail a little bit.
That's what it is.
You set yourself up.
Yeah.
You do make weird puns and things in general.
It's true.
Yeah, you do.
You're weird. You think you're weird?
This whole conversation's getting weird.
All right. Well, that was relevant.
Tangent and a half.
That was about fests, apparently. But yeah, we're gonna be at Oneonta.
Oneonta.
Oneonta. Yeah, I don't know. I see this
Oneonta.
word. There's the word one in there, and then there's
We're gonna be at Oneonta.
Oneonta Punk
Oneonta.
Fest. First annual.
It sounds like Native
Hopefully
American
it
tribe.
does well, and it will continue on forever.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Are you excited to see Schultz?
Yeah, who are you excited to
Let's
see?
see. The usuals probably.
Who are the
What's
usuals? What
usuals?
does that mean?
Crime and Stereo.
All right. Who else?
Kind of want to see Citizen.
All right.
Cayetana. Who else is playing?
Damnation AD is playing. They're way up there on one of the days.
Never really got into them.
They're good.
I've seen them.
If you like All Else Failed, I feel
You've
like
seen
you'd
them.
like them.
You know.
It's total. Stuff is totally different.
They're different, but not. I feel like they
They're-
strike the same chords
Sort
with
of.
people.
They don't do a lot of the melodic thing though.
They're pretty melodic in their own way. They're heavy, but they're melodic.
I think I'm a little more about the punk day than the hardcore day.
Alright. Sheer Terror, you gonna see them? I've never seen them, so I guess maybe.
I've
Be
seen them.
interesting. How often do they play? Are they like
Not
an
super
active
often.
band?
Yeah, they
They do a lot of the big fests.
they
but
play. They don't like.
sometimes-
They're not like
Yeah.
touring all the time.
Yeah.
They're playing Boston soon
There
too.
you go.
In
Yeah.
November.
Who else?
Menzingers.
Menzingers. You're all about the soft stuff, huh?
Soft.
You're so soft.
Menzingers are not that soft. I'll be the first to admit I'm kind of soft.
Are they softer than Sheer Terror?
Yes. I think even they would admit that.
Are they trying to defend their hardness? Is that like a thing they do?
No.
Yeah.
Who else
Yeah.
is playing the hardcore day?
I think a fair amount of Bridge 9 bands, if we want to
Of course.
All of
mention that.
We're gonna forget bands, but who's playing?
Backtrack,
Expire.
I think. Expire.
Yep.
Alcoa.
Is Rude Awakening's playing?
Rude Awakening, Alcoa,
Alcoa.
Antidote,
Antidote, yeah.
Pale Horse.
Pale
Yeah,
Horse.
Pale Horse. Is that
Throwback.
first time in a while, or
They play here and there.
You
Oh,
play scattered
dude.
shows.
so that's a
What else we got?
that's
Crime
the drummer
Stereo.
from Defeater, right? Isn't
Yep,
it?
Joe from Defeater. Joe
Crime
Pale
Stereo.
Horse.
He's in Defeat. Pale Horse?
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
more you know.
Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. Someone bring it up. Bring up the lineup.
There might be more. Sorry we missed you.
That sounds like most of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair amount. It's pretty good. I'm glad we could make this work. Get a table. Do we have any idea of like the setup of like the grounds of this place?
I have
I think we're just gonna
Could
be-
be similar to
I
this
think
hardcore,
there's two
maybe?
venues, right?
I think so. I'm assuming there's going to be a vendor's area,
Yeah.
and
I
the
mean-
venues are close by, but I have no
And I don't know where if it's going to be
Wonder how the
outside.
food situation's
I feel
going to
like,
be, too.
I don't know. We'll see.
Probably won't be nearly as
Shit,
good as...
I told you it's shit.
No,
but
like
but
at the
they're
fest.
going to have vendors. I feel.
That's true, that's
So
true.
who knows what they'll get? But still, at the same time, they can only pull from like the local area, and it's not like a huge city or anything.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Whatever.
Oh well,
It'll be cool.
time will tell.
Yeah, we'll have to pack lunches every day. PB&J, Lunchables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make you some.
Make us
Perfect, we got a
PB&J.
guy.
That's all
Yeah.
you've been eating for the past week.
Yep. too scatterbrained to make lunch.
You gotta do what you
I
gotta
wake
do.
up and I forget. I'll make a PB&J.
I feel like that's. I don't know. I
It's
guess
a
that
good-
doesn't take too long, but I feel like I would just do like a frozen thing or something. Some
Yeah.
leftovers, just pull it out of the fridge and bring it with me.
I don't got
You
nothing.
got nothing.
I like
I got no
PB&J as
Frozens.
much as the next guy. I just feel like it's not very satisfying.
It's not.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why don't you make two of them? Or make a
That's a
double
little
decker?
bit too much. Because
Nah,
there's a lot of
fuck that.
protein in that.
Yeah, I
that,
don't wanna-
that fills you up pretty all
Yeah.
right.
It fills me up
I
fine.
feel
It's
like
not
with some,
great.
like, with some like kettle cooked potato chips.
Oh
though.
my god.
That's
See, I
that's a
don't
good
prepare.
combination. Just
That
get
would
one
be
of those
pretty
small like $1 like Cape Cod chip bags. Combine it with the PB&J. That's a satisfying
It's
lunch.
good, satisfying picnic lunch.
With a nice cold glass of Coke.
Yep.
This podcast brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Thanks. Yeah, so that's that. Let's do we posted a vague thing about doing questions, taking questions for this. We didn't really want to say that we were doing a podcast yet because it's I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
I
it's a
don't know
nice
why.
surprise to just
I guess it's
throw the first one
throw
out
it on
there.
people, not give people weird ideas and have them act kind of weird, I guess. So you just said we're taking questions, and I think we did all right. We got a couple.
Narrowed them down to.
Yeah, we narrowed them down. There were a few things that, like, sorry if we don't answer your question. I think this is the type of thing that if it continues, we'll kind of accumulate them, put them on the back burner, and like if it's relevant, we'll answer them if it comes up at that point. But
Or if it's something like World Tour? Question mark.
yeah, sorry,
We don't know what
Yeah.
that means.
That's yeah. Like if in the future, if you're asking about a specific band or like a group of bands that are going to be doing a tour, we still might not be able to answer you because we don't really handle touring stuff. I know that's kind of like a common misconception. We usually have the information so we can tell you what's going on, but we don't set that stuff up. And if it's just literally World Tour question mark, I don't know what who you want to go and where.
If you want us to come, then the answer is no.
Probably not. I don't
We'll
think
be we'll be here in Peabody, Massachusetts,
North Shore.
right near the Kodak gelatin plant,
Yep,
forever.
forever.
forever until we die.
It's
Until
utopia of the
fumes
North
kill
Shore.
us.
Until we have a platinum record and can tour around the world in our private jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's do some questions. Let's I guess I'll read them and we can all chime in, or I'll direct them to whoever might be able to answer them a little bit better. So, starting off with Pablo. He asked, do you guys do tours of the headquarters? I was thinking of going to Boston for Warped Tour this summer, and I'm really curious in seeing what goes on at B9. Speaking of Warped Tour, what's with the no-show this year? I was really looking forward to seeing the tent and picking up some vinyl. Thanks for taking my question. Well, Pablo, we
Definitely do tours.
Yep.
It's
We-
best to get in touch beforehand.
Yeah.
Instead of just showing up.
Shoot pretty much any one of us an email who works here during the day, and
Or you can call here even.
Yeah, even if it's the day of and you say, "Hey, I'm in the area. Can I swing by?" Like, yeah, we usually gladly do that. You're welcome to we can give you a tour of whatever. It's probably not as glamorous as you might think. We're currently sitting on our second floor warehouse, and we're just surrounded by thousands of cardboard boxes. that look like they could like take us down at any minute. But
if you want to come check it out, feel free.
Yeah.
If you want to buy shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Try to let us know what you want,
For sure.
because we are not set up like a retail store, so
Yeah.
it is not.
Exactly.
Kind of can't just walk around and grab shit.
Yeah. So like, or you're welcome to like take a look on your phone at like our store, even while you're here, and just we can point you in the right direction, because there's a lot, and it would be tough to literally look through every single thing and decide what you want. So, but yeah,
You're welcome to come.
Warped Tour. We were at the Boston date, Schultz and I again.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to that along with our friend Sean, who usually does Warped Tour. Last year he did.
The past 2 years he
Yeah.
did Warped Tour.
He did the
for
whole
us.
tour the past 2 years for us, and
You all may have met him if you
if you
Went to Warped Tour
we might have helped him
last
out
year.
if you did the helping in certain cities.
volunteers.
But I think the tour is just like not cost effective. Honestly, like we have to pay someone on a daily basis to do it, and
commit their life to
Yeah.
2 months on the road.
and I think
for it.
you have to pay for a table too. You know, like I don't,
Yeah.
especially I don't
do.
think we get any kind of break at Warped Tour. So
Yeah.
like we have to pay for a table every day. We have to pay someone to do it every single day.
We didn't have any bands play it this year.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't have a single band or any. I mean, I think the most closely associated band was Terror, and
Yep.
they haven't been on the label for like 10 years. So
Yeah. I mean, the idea is to expose Warped Tour kids to hardcore
Yeah.
yeah.
and whatnot. Maybe we would do it again at some point. We also lost, like Sean got
Yeah,
a
you
job
got,
and
like, a
couldn't do
full-time
it.
job,
The full tour.
Yeah, and the rest of us could not like. We pretty much need someone kind of like a little bit on the outside who has the time
Yeah.
to be able to do the whole tour, and even then, like he needs help on a daily basis whenever he does it. So it's a lot. But we'll probably continue going to like the Boston date. I think I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to go to the Boston Warped Tour next
Yeah.
year, we'll probably be there that day.
Yeah.
So
if you are planning on going to the Boston date, like I'm sure
we'll be there that day.
maybe
at
we could
least.
figure something out. If you
Or if maybe you'll just be here with us.
Yeah.
And you can buy shit from us
there
here.
you go. It's a win-win. But we will be at the Boston date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Warped Tour pre-B9, pre-working here?
Yeah, I have. I went a lot of years. I think
You
I first
like it?
went when I was 17. Remember seeing the Movie Life, Autopilot Off, Rise Against, Alkaline Trio. I still have actually like signed CDs from Rise Against and
There you
Alkaline
go.
Trio.
Wow.
Perfect. You've seen Rise Against like 15 times this year already.
Schultz saw Rise Against the other night and broke into the dressing room and stole all their vegan
He
pastries.
filled the Chipotle bag with vegan pastries.
You literally did.
That was,
It was
like
thrown
pounds
upon
of
me.
food.
It was thrown upon me.
I'd be interested to see how accurate that really is, though. Like, how much of it was you saying, like, I'm gonna take a lot of this right now?
It got thrown out anyway, so it was a
True.
waste.
Oh, whatever. Did you eat all of that?
No, someone threw it away.
Someone just took the whole bag of baked goods and dropped
Oh,
it right
really?
in the garbage pail.
That sucks. Who
Yeah.
would do that?
I don't know, but I wasn't about to give you guys fodder for making fun of me and dig into the trash can and pull it out.
But
that's
you
for
would
sure.
have if it wasn't for us. You would have.
No, but it was still in the bag.
You thought about-
It
Did
looked
you
like
think
someone
about
just a little bit.
It's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, that's a lot of baked goods. That
Vegan
was at
baked
least 10
goods.
pounds of baked goods.
10 pounds?
Yeah.
It was pretty. It was a lot.
That
It was
lot.
not 10 pounds. I don't think you know what 10 pounds feels
It
like.
was a lot.
It was a lot. It was maybe like 4 pounds.
All right.
So
All
what do
right,
you get-
let's hone it back in here.
So you got the Rise Against CD
Signed.
signed from Warped Tour.
Tour. You
And an
still
Alkaline
have it.
Trio signed by the drummer who didn't play on that
So
album.
you had a good time. What year was this, would you say?
2003.
2003. That's a while ago.
Yeah.
That's 11 years ago.
One year I went, I saw the Casualties call out "Hello Goodbye." They were playing side by side,
Oh,
and
God.
Yeah.
something along the lines of "fuck emo bands."
I think you and I went that same
Yep.
year. That's the only other time I've gone. This past year as Bridge 9, and then 2006, I think it was.
Yep.
When they still had it at that old, like, airport there in, like, Fitchburg, I think it
Pittsburgh,
was.
Massachusetts.
But, yeah, I mean, I had a slightly different musical taste back then, but I saw Thursday. They were, like, kind of like the
I saw
closing
Thursday
band of
that
the
year
night.
too. Yeah. that was
Thursday
good.
in 2006, that was pretty cool. It felt like an insane amount of people that were watching that set.
Yeah.
It was like just like
Remember-
an ocean of people.
They were
The
pretty
weird anti-flag set,
Yeah,
marching around with the flags.
I saw Saves the Day, and I think I saw the Saves the Day like he did just like an acoustic thing after.
Yeah, I saw
So
that
I
too.
saw a little bit of that. I'll admittedly I liked Motion City Soundtrack a lot then. I saw Motion City Soundtrack. I liked that. I saw Horse the Band. I liked Horse the
Horse the
Band a
Band,
lot
yeah.
then, too. So I watched that set.
Of course, the band members now play in Silver Snakes.
Yep.
If you did not know that.
Buy the record, buy it.
Bye.
BreedOnStore.com.
Buy it now. You don't have an option. All right, let's move on. Christopher asks, any plans to bring back a B9 Fest? So, admittedly, I think the three of us, B9 Fest is pre our time, right?
Yes, I remember B9 Deathwish Fest, which seems like it would be real cool if that would happen again. Probably not going to happen.
No.
But we may do something at some point in 2015.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's
There's
our
a chance.
20th year as a label. So,
There have been some talks of doing potentially
Something.
something. We have no idea who would be involved and what exactly would be and when it would happen. But if you want to keep checking back, hopefully that's something that can get done at some point.
Yep.
That'd be cool. But
Yep.
yeah, that's all we really got on that. Pat asked, plan for a European division. Since shipping rates are increased that much that ordering records is becoming too expensive for the average guy. Wink face. I don't know why there's a wink face. But
Pat. No.
no, I mean, that, not a European division. Like, there's not going to be a Bridge 9 Europe. Like, I would say never, but at least not in the near future.
It's definitely been thought about.
Yeah.
I mean, the price hikes have been insane, so we've obviously tried to do what we can to, like, help out international
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
But again,
solely-
we have multiple European distributors, right? We have
Yeah.
So we have European distributors, so our records should be in every record store that you buy from, you know, like...
Granted, they don't have everything our store has. They don't have
Yeah.
all rare variants they don't
For
have.
sure. But, I mean, at least they should have every pressing, usually, at least. I mean, granted, it does depend on what there is demand for, and obviously different countries have different demand for different stuff, so you might... Yeah, obviously you won't have everything, so... But, like, short answer, no. No European division. We do have distributors. I mean, if you're a wholesaler or something, you can get in touch with us or our distributors, and maybe you can...
Start your own distro. Go
Yeah.
to shows.
There you go.
Buy shit. Sell it.
See bands while
Hit
they're
us
on
up.
tour and buy stuff from them, and you'd be surprised. Check out your local labels, you know, from your country or your city, or you'd be surprised at what they carry from us and stuff. So maybe you can just buy something from them too. I mean,
And if there is
it's out there.
if there's anything we can do about international shipping, it will be done.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. That's the thing is, we don't dictate the rates. It's all we're at the mercy of USPS, which is a nightmare. So.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think this is our last question, which is actually this one just came in like early today, which I'm kind of glad it did because this is kind of the stuff I was hoping for. It's kind of just like it's not B9 specific. It's kind of just like about whatever, you know. So Daniel asks, what capacity do you still get to participate in at shows at 30 and over? Is it still okay to clamber over kids and get some mic time? Stage dives, are those okay when you've got middle-aged man weight? At 28, I had a kid getting down on all fours to assist me in getting atop the front for stage dives, repeatedly throughout the night. I later asked my friends if they saw the kid, and his acknowledgement then, the action, I think, is what he meant to say. I got the "you're the elder at shows now" line. So, it's kind of a cool question, I guess. It's kind of relevant with, like, the Joyce Manor stage dive weirdness going on and whatever. I mean, honestly, as far as age goes, I don't think age matters. I think it's
all personal preference.
personal preference, and like, I mean, I think if you're at a place and in an audience that's okay with stage diving and moshing and whatever else, like, why wouldn't you? I think, honestly, I totally respect people who are like 30 and over that still go to shows and still like it. And especially people that still like new bands too, because like
Shit's rare.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's rare. People think it's that hardcore and punk is like kid stuff and that like, and it seems like only people that
It's a
play
phase of
in
your
bands,
life you go through, and
Yeah.
that's it.
and it seems like only people who play in bands or do labels are kind of like stick with it. And I guess that's understandable because they have a reason to, and like
Yeah.
they're more involved and have
It's probably also because they're passionate about it, because
yeah. I mean, of course they wanted to
I
do
don't think
more
it-
with it. But
Definitely don't play in a hardcore band or work
Yeah.
in a label to get
Yeah.
boat rich.
I think there's no age limit. I think that's the idea. That's kind of like, it's kind of
Yeah.
ironic, you know. I feel like hardcore and punk, like, the ideology is that there are, like, age doesn't matter. You can be 13 and go to a show and have a good time, and you can be 50, you know? Granted, if you're, like, 95 years old, like, if you're stage diving, that's probably, like, the last thing you're going to do in your life. So, like, maybe think about it then. But if you're 30, and I guess the weight thing, I mean, yeah, I think you should consider that. If you're, like...
Like, I think the general rule is don't be an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Be mindful
like,
of people around you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter your age. Doesn't mean I've seen 30-year-olds. I mean, Schultz is 28, and you weigh what, 116
I weigh as much
pounds?
as a middle school football
Yeah,
player.
87 pounds.
87 pounds, 28-year-old. And I've seen 17-year-olds who are 6'5" and weigh 400 pounds. So I mean, you
Probably
just
shouldn't
like,
be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to kill someone by jumping on them, then maybe just like
Don't fucking
you
do
know?
it.
Doesn't matter what age you are, I guess. But yeah, I guess the last part of this, that you're elder at shows now line, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that kind of goes along with like the everyone should be included. I don't think just because you've been around longer you deserve any kind of privilege or anything. Like, I don't know.
Everyone should be pretty equal.
Yeah, but I don't think that's really what he was getting at. I think, but yeah, I think you should be able to do that as long as you're being a cool dude about it. You're not hurting anyone or being selfish. Like, go for it. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, Chris was at that Newfound Glory show. For some reason, Newfound Glory comes around every year in October.
Plays House of Blues.
Plays the House of Blues, and Chris was there, and yeah, he front flipped off the stage during the last
Did you watch
song.
the Instagram
I saw the video.
It was pretty good.
He knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience.
That was like professional.
Yes, that was very good. He front flipped perfectly and landed like
People
on
actually
like, right
caught
on
him.
his back.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that. And he's well into his 30s.
Yeah,
It's true.
So
way better dive than I've managed.
yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually stage
Stage
dove
dove?
before. I don't think I have.
No,
Is that weird? Am I a poser?
no.
He has.
I think you're just conscious of like
Yeah,
the people
I'm
in the crowd.
a little bit bigger too, so it would be, depending on who it was, it would be
Yeah.
kind of strange. But yeah, that's all the questions we got. Thank you guys for asking. I'm glad we could incorporate that in the very first episode. That's something I'd like to do moving forward. Like, hopefully once this goes up, everyone participates a little bit more, and we can do that. We'll probably keep it around this many questions every episode. I think it might.
Not get too crazy.
Yeah, I think we can't have the whole thing. Maybe like if we accumulate enough, we can have like a listener mail kind of thing. But we'll figure that out as we go. For right now, for next time you can still email me, tyler@bridge9.com. Hit me with questions. I pulled some of these from like the Facebook post because some people might have missed the email address. So I'll try to like
Maybe
curate
some
them
people
from
don't have an email
everywhere.
address.
Maybe some people don't have an email address. I don't know. That's fine.
It's true.
But I think we're going to, in the future, try to do like a podcast at Bridge9 or something, email address. So we'll keep
We'll work
everyone
it
in
out.
the loop. Yeah, we'll work it out. But I think that's been it. That's Bridge9 podcast, episode number 1. Let's just plug some of our social media stuff real quick.
We're
Maybe-
everywhere. We
yeah,
got it.
we got it all.
You know the deal.
If you got it, we got it. Even if you don't, we probably got it. We got b9store.com. Check that out. That's where you can order
Buy all
whatever
the
you
shit.
want. All
You
the
could
stuff
currently buy mystery boxes.
Yep.
Which all of you
Pre-order,
have been
not buy.
pre-order mystery boxes, which all you have been wanting for a long time. So they're
We
back.
wanted it. We gave it to you.
We gave it to you.
Buy it.
It's going to be shipping in
Word.
probably less than a month. The 7 inches we did for them are very cool. I think I'd say they're the coolest ones we've ever done.
Buy
Buy it.
But yeah,
Check it out.
Check it out. Facebook, Twitter. I think everything is just Bridge numeral 9. So just
Except Instagram is
Except
Bridge
Instagram.
9.
Spelled
Bridge
out.
9, the word. Yeah, follow us, like
Friendster,
us,
Pinterest.
check us out. Don't make a joke. Don't do
make a
that.
joke.
Oh no, we're gonna delete all of this now. But
Shut it
all
down.
right, so yeah, that's Bridge 9 podcast episode 1. We're gonna be back next Friday.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a Friday thing. We'll be back. So
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Peace.